58 432-inch Lincoln engine. One of the few Lincoln engines that ran back in the old days, but there were some. This is one of them. This car is an A-fuel coupe. It is the world champion in its class in 1961 when it was a gas coupe. We switched the fuel the next year and was runner-up. This is my car. My dad built it. I drove it, and then when I decided to recreate it, I wanted to keep it in the family, so now my daughter drives it. I can say that, as we all know, in the fuel classes, the Hemis were basically king. They were king back in those days, just like they were here. But when you ran gasoline, they weren't necessarily the top of the hill. And when we won the championship in our class, this car was never outrun by a Hemi once. It's outrun by some Chevys, I'll have to tell you that, but not a Hemi. The next car we have is another unique one. It's owned by Bobby Malone. It has a 401 cubic inch blown Pontiac engine. Back in the 50s and 60s, there were a lot of various engines. It wasn't just the Hemi or just the Chevy. There were the Zolls, the Buicks, Pontiacs, Fords, Lincolns, whatever. There were lots of them. This is an original car. It's not a recant copy. It's not it's exactly the way it was in 1961, 62, 63 or so when he ran it. Bobby was the original owner. He's kept this car the entire time. Got out of drag racing, went into the show car business. Saw us doing this kind of stuff, so he went and got his old Pontiac out, rebuilt the engine, put some nitro in it, fired it up, and he's with us today. He comes to him all the time. The next car is the Scorpion 5. It is the national champion in 1964. Bobby took them all to the house in 64. This car has been restored and is owned by Bill Crosby of Mesquite, Texas. Has a 392 blown Chrysler with Hillman 4 ports and all that other stuff you take a fuel tractor ought to have. Then our last car is the Collier and Christic CKC funny car. It also has a 392 Chrysler in it. Maybe it's 426. I can't see from here. 426. Yeah, it's not really a real old nostalgia car, but this car ran, I think the last year was like 1973. All right, so that's the cars, and what we're going to do